will be faster. So going by the contents of the report you just presented to us, please can you share with the public NINAS reading of the response of the government to Nigeria and to the propositions of NINAS, especially against the backdrop of the outcome of the 2023 general election, which NINAS vigorously campaigned against for the purpose of first undertaking the constitutional re-engineering of Nigeria?
Very quickly, the government is looking for happy and way. All those things we say we reject, those things we answered in question 4. They are looking towards the National Assembly as where it must happen. Nina say National Assembly has no business with what we are talking about. Our sovereignty is not the business of National Assembly to undertake. Their mandate is limited to lawmaking and not constitution making. Any lawyer that doesn't know that probably did not do well in his jurisprudence exams. And it's a compulsory course. So I could actually say such lawyers are illiterate on the subject matter. It doesn't matter whether they were professors of law or they were senior advocates. And so the question of, government wanting to take the business to National Assembly so that they can control the outcome, the sovereignty of the people will remain detained. Any process that will go to National Assembly, whether they adopt the 2014 conference or they say, let's go to 1963, or they do the one Olisa Bakoba is asking them to go and write another constitution and use one of the sections to smuggle it in, remove the one that was there, bring another whole constitution without reference to the people. So any of all those options, totally unacceptable, will not solve the problem. But that's what the government have been struggling to do. You saw when on the day the Supreme Court was going to make that pronouncement, they brought the South and Middle Belt Leadership Forum that now began to write letter to President to say, let us now go to National Assembly and amend Constitution. The three candidates, leading candidates in the last election, their manifestos all pointed to the National Assembly, Peter Obi, Bola Tinubu, and Atiku Abubakar. Their manifestos of PDP and APC and Labour Party pointed in writing to the National Assembly as where they will go to amend the Constitution. And so the government is trying to see whether any of those shenanigans will work. After we shut down the South and Middle Belt Leadership Forum, they went to the ones that say, oh, let's go to 1963. We shut it down by one broadcast. You remember, they went again to the one that said, let's go to 2014 conference. In one broadcast, we explained why we couldn't touch it. Then they went to the Bar Association. The Nigerian Bar Association put out some invitation 2 weeks or 3 ago to say, let all the lawyers in Nigeria come and bring a suggestion for what will change so that National Assembly can go and do it. Again, we didn't even have to respond to them because people now know that National Assembly is not the one to do it for them. So that one collapsed on their head. It was in the desperation of having lost out in all the options that they now called Olisa Bakoba to come to tell them what to do that will not require any kind of talking to anybody. So National Assembly will lock their door, go to section 4, and change something that opens the avenue for them to write another constitution, which Olisa Bakoba has told us in public that he had written. Falana had written one. There's one delivered to me and Co. say they wrote. So they are thinking that they can write constitution, take it to National Assembly, and smuggle it in to say, oh, they have changed constitution. So that is not a matter of writing another constitution. It's a matter of inviting the owners of the sovereignty to discuss whether they want to be in union or not. And we say it is a two-stage procedure that guarantees the outcome that protects everybody's sovereignty. Anything short of that, your sovereignty is gone.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So sovereignty belongs to the people. Constitution is made by the constituents. So any other arrangement will not work out. So we are knowledgeable now. We are not selling our car in the market. So we know what we need. We know what needs to be done.